Hey guys, this is the Desert Admiral. I'm coming to you from the control room of my desert submarine here in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, United States of America. I just want to start out by saying how much I really enjoyed Young Grasshopper's tournament. It was unbelievably fun. I enjoyed meeting everybody. I enjoyed meeting the creator of all these wonderful Access and Allies games, Larry Harris, and just being able to play Access and Allies with so many enthusiasts for 2 or 3 days on end. I know that everybody was just blown away by the whole event. So thank you very much, Young Grasshopper. Your efforts were unbelievable, you and your team. I'm going to just mention a few names of the folks I met. I know I'm going to probably miss some, but I enjoyed, of course, meeting in person Young Grasshopper. I talked to him a couple times on the phone. I enjoyed meeting General Hand Grenade. Of course, many people have watched several of his videos. I enjoyed meeting Gargantua and Variants. Surprise Attack and I had the pleasure of losing to those two guys in our first match while we were there. The Big E, which has a channel. I've seen a few of his videos. Had the pleasure of playing against Iron Stitch and Jerry the Jerry. Got to meet Big Jim, who I believe is from Cleveland. Big D, who was one of the assistants for Young Grasshopper. He has an awesome restored Jeep. I think it might have been for World War II. So if you ever get the chance to go up to Toronto, talk to him and hopefully you get a chance to check out his Jeep. It's awesome. Got to meet the guy from Austria, B4 Het, I think is how you pronounce his name. It's unbelievable that he came all the way from Austria for this event. And then the last international traveler from the UK, Holy Monk. Great guy. I really enjoyed meeting him. I really enjoyed all three games that Surprise Attack and I were able to play. Our first game, we got to play against really the elite team, if you will, that was there, that won the whole thing. Fed by Your Dread, I believe was their name. Gargantua and Variants made a very difficult team to play against. Surprise Attack and myself, we were actually pretty pleased that we were able to take 2 tokens off of them. I believe we were the only team that got any tokens off of those guys. Maybe some of that was just pure luck on our part, but we definitely enjoyed playing against those 2 guys. Our second match, we got to play against Iron Stitch and Jerry the Jerry, 2 awesome guys from Canada up there. Definitely enjoyed playing against those guys. And then in the bronze medal match in the Enthusiast, we got to play against Leatherneck and Caesar's Goal, who I believe Caesar's Goal is from Massachusetts. Great game. And they took that last game against us to earn and win the bronze medal. So congratulations to those 2 guys. So why is there yet another Access and Allies G40 channel? Well, I think that all of us really love playing Access and Allies, and in some cases we just can't get enough of it. I know that's my case, but the primary purpose of my channel is going to be to talk about a tournament that I'm going to be hosting here in Las Vegas coming up. The secondary function of my channel is going to be talk about some customizations I've done. There's some folks who have done by far much more customization as myself. But I am going to feature some of the things I've done and some tips, and then maybe throw in a little bit of a strategy video or 2 based on some things I've seen in my playtime as well. So, without further ado, my big announcement of the G40 Showdown in the Desert tournament coming up here in 2018. It's going to be in 2018, as I mentioned. Young Grasshoppers tournament's going to be in 2019, so there won't be any conflict between the two. And this one's going to be in the United States, so a little bit south of our Canadian friends' border. maybe to give a chance for some more Americans to come who potentially had some passport issues. I know that one of the guys that everybody was hoping to see there at Young Grasshoppers tournament who couldn't make it because of passport issues was Hunter Jones. I know that he has a channel. I've watched a couple of his videos, and hopefully we could see him down here in Vegas. I know his original partner was with Teflon from Hawaii, so possibly they could team up here down in the United States. It'd be great. So, what do we have for my tournament that's going to be here in Las Vegas? It's going to be in the spring, first of all. It's going to be held at a board gaming convention called MeepleCon. MeepleCon has been held for 2 years previously. This will be its third annual event, and I went last year, and it was terrific. They had 600 registrations available. It was held in the ballroom of a casino hotel, so tons and tons of tables available for folks to play at. There was, I can't even begin to count the number of board games that were being played. You know, people running around in a convention atmosphere with, their name badges on their, around their lanyards, and all the little things that you put, like first time at MeepleCon, or, et cetera, et cetera. So it was just a supercharged atmosphere. One of the things I thought was really cool for those folks that were coming out of town is that, most of them just stayed there at the casino hotel. So they would just come down every day, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, have some breakfast somewhere, and then come down and play board games until late at night, and then just reset and do the same thing the next day. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on for folks here. So housing won't be much of a problem. The event itself, MeepleCon, I encourage folks to go ahead and Google or search for MeepleCon 2018, and it'll pop right up for you. Or you can check out Facebook. Facebook, and it is /MeepleCon. And you can see some pictures from last year. You can see just how big this room was, how many people that were playing, tons and tons and tons of people that were playing. So, space won't be an issue for us at all. So, what kind of rules are we going to hold for this? How's this whole thing going to work out, and how's it going to be? First of all, I want to say how much I appreciate Young Grasshopper and his team for all the hard work they put in for their rules and the victory tokens and victory objectives and the way everything worked. I thought it was fabulous. I thought it was terrific to figure out or to establish who won an Axis and Allies game in a specific period of time. I know that afterwards, Young Grasshopper got together with, I think, the gold medalist. I know at least Gargantua and maybe Variance, and I'm not sure if he talked with the gold medalist from the hobbyist the game as well. But they have made a few tweaks, and I really like the tweaks that they have made. And so my plan is to go with the victory token system that Young Grasshopper had at ours, and then modified a little bit, which he has updated on the internet. I will go ahead. Some of you guys have already seen that I do have a post under the Axis and Allies forum, under the events section. I'm going to go ahead and restart a new post, and I will go ahead and just basically copy and paste Young Grasshopper's revised victory token system and put it in my post, and then we'll start the conversation thread from there. I'm also thinking about, in addition to his, stating or kind of changing a little bit the time requirements, and then also changing how basically how many rounds people play. So what I'm planning on doing is setting a set specific number of rounds for the enthusiast division and a set number of rounds for the hobbyist division, and give the enthusiast division tighter time limits. Basically what I'm looking at is doing the initial tighter time limits that Young Grasshopper had for his tournament originally for the enthusiast, and then for the hobbyist probably go with the last revision of the time limits that he had for this actual tournament that he just had here in Toronto. So I think it promises to be a great event. The dates. So the dates of this, it's actually on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as opposed to a Saturday, Sunday, and Monday format. The dates of this are going to be Friday, March 16th, followed by Saturday, March 17th, and then the medal round will be on that Sunday, March 18th, which I think works very well into a beautiful 3-day weekend for folks, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. As I mentioned, please go ahead and go check out MeepleCon online. You'll see online, if you do go, that there is an early registration of $40. I did talk to one of the organizers of MeepleCon yesterday, and they're having an event called Mid-Meeple in October. So it's for those people who do buy early registration of $40 that they can go to this event in October. We're not going to have anything at that event. He also told me that there's a possibility that they may extend early registration past that time frame. The current early registration is basically just for Mid-Meeple. Pardon me while I have an iced tea here. Those folks who know me and played with me know that I drink my fair share of unsweet iced tea. So you'll see me do that during my videos as well. So yeah, we'll see. The cost for the tournament, actually the cost for MeepleCon is $50 for all 3 days. And I probably, especially given the cost that Young Grasshopper had for his tournament, that he had to put in the expenses for his tournament, I might charge an additional $10 just for supply cost and all that. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you guys know on the internet for that. So without further ado, I have really enjoyed my first session here. I look forward to talking to you guys more. I know it's going to be a ton of hard work. I saw everything that Young Grasshopper did. I've talked to him several times about everything he's done for his tournament, so I know it's going to be a ton of work, but I am really looking forward to putting it in and hosting an awesome tournament here in Las Vegas. March in Las Vegas is beautiful weather, whereas a lot of the country is still experiencing very cold weather, and in a lot of parts, especially in Canada, snow. So there's lots to do here in Las Vegas. If you want to come early, stay late, have some awesome weather, and for all you hockey fans, especially north of the border, Las Vegas has its own hockey team, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. It's an expansion team for the NHL that just started this year. It seemed like talking to a lot of folks that didn't even know it existed. But yeah, actually on that Sunday night, after the tournament is over, and on Tuesday night, I believe there's a couple hockey games here in Las Vegas, and I'm sure there's others before and after the tournament. So guys, like I said, I have really enjoyed this first video. Look forward to putting out some more stuff and keeping you guys updated. For more information, and I found this out that not everybody was always familiar with the events section. Go to accessandallies.org or just search accessandallies.org. Go to the forums, and there's a whole long list of topics. Go down to the events topic and click on that, and that's where you see a ton of conversation about YG's event. It's still going on, kind of feedback and thanks, and it was awesome to meet everybody and awesome to meet Larry Harris. And then you'll start to see the Las Vegas event pinned at the top of the list. So hope you guys go check it out, and feel free. I'm on there. You'll see me posting, so feel free to go ahead and shoot me a message. I definitely look forward to meeting everybody. Talk to you later.